Cool. Absolutely.
Thank you.
We're now joined by Syracuse head coach Felicia Leggett-Jack, along with Sophie Burrows, our student athlete. Once again, if you have a question, please raise your hand and we'll get a mic over to you. And if you are on Zoom, please use the raise hand function so we can get to those at the end. We'll begin with an opening statement from Coach. So Coach, go ahead whenever you're ready.
Rebounding. Unfortunately, we didn't go after those loose balls. We wasn't willing to die trying to get a rebound, and that cost us. Questions?
Go ahead here on our left.
Luke Burgess, C89. For either of you guys, when you think back on this season now, what's the first thing that kind of comes to mind? And obviously it's going to take some time to contextualize everything, but what's like your main takeaway from this season so far?
You know, we really had moments where it was a great team, and we had camaraderie, and we had zest, we had fun, we had a lot of fun things happen with us and for us. But sometimes we got out on the court and we just felt like we didn't deserve it. And you can see when the fight came back in the third quarter and then around the 8-minute mark, I looked in our eyes and I saw panic again. Like, we're up 15. What are we doing? What's this? And I kept trying to laugh. But at the end of the day, you know, I just want our young people that's graduating to know that as uncomfortable as it may sound, as seem or feel, you deserve it just like the next person. And that's where we had a great game plan. We adjusted. We came out with some different things that we certainly tried for the first time, and it worked. And there was no kind of, let's go, we got this, let's have some excitement. It was just an interesting year. And I got to look back and first check me and figure me out. And then the young people that we have left, what they're going to do. And then we have to bring in some more people to be around this young lady here who I think is could be the face of this program, who's left it all out all year long. She kept the main thing. And she fought every single possession and every single day. So proud of all of them, but I'm really proud of this young lady right here.
Go ahead on our left again.
Max Gifford with Z89. Sophie really spearheaded that offense in the second half. And in a half where your offense kind of stalled out, what was the key for you to make sure that your team still had a spark down the stretch?
I think just staying calm. You know, as Coach said, we were panicking a little bit, like trying to get the ball in. They had a lot of defensive pressure, like full court. So I think just staying calm and reading the defense and seeing what they were giving me, and then reading off that and just trying to bring the energy for my team any way possible.
Go ahead here in the second row on our right.
Noah Nussbaum, Daily Orange. Coach, just in the second half, just what specifically was going wrong on offense that led to BC coming back?
Sheer panic. And, I mean, we had Sophie taking the ball out, and one of our players was right in front of her. She just asked for the ball, and you got the ball. You're wide open, and we never even looked, because the play didn't say for her to get it. That's that IQ thing that we have to get better with. It's like, and Sophie had to say, turn around, you're right in front of me. And so I just thought that we panicked and we couldn't use Izza had a head situation and took herself out, and she was doing great in the first half, and then she got hit in the head or something. And you know, we put our other cats, our rookies in there, that the stage got a little big for them, and when they were really feeling that duress, they'll be better next year. And then I thought we got a little tired too, and so unfortunate.
Sophie, obviously this was a big year for your personal growth. Going from last year, you started a couple games. This year started basically every game. What was the jump from year one to year two like, and how much more comfortable do you feel at the end of the season compared to last year?
Yeah, definitely. I think coming in as an international freshman, it was a big jump. definitely a different style of play and everything. So it took me a little bit to get comfortable. But I think this year I had that time under my belt, so I really just needed to come in with confidence and play with confidence for my team, and that was instilled in me through my coaches and my teammates. So I think that really helped me just get out on the floor and just play basketball.
Go ahead here in the center.
Coach, for all the younger players, the players that will be returning to the team over the next few years, what are some of the lessons you want them to take away from a game like this where you had such a big lead and then so much changed in the second half?
Trust the process. This is if you're going to be here, you don't know who's, this NIL stuff, you don't know who's going to be here. I hope they all come back. I think that they're special kids. But at the end of the day, if they're back, I just hope that they can trust the process and have conversations with me when days when they don't feel my presence. I live 5 minutes away or less. Come to my house, text me. Can we get together? Can we talk? Can we get an understanding of where you're at today, Coach? And that's where I saw Deasia Fair out there, and she always made me get uncomfortable. And she always had want to have a conversation. She'd come over and not have anything to say, but just wanted to be there. And we figured it out as we grew. And so my hope is that the people that return get to that point with me where they can get in my presence and we can be uncomfortable in front of each other, and hopefully we can figure it all out together.
Go ahead on the left.
Coach, lots of seniors had their last hurrahs today in an orange uniform, but one in particular, Georgia Woolley, has been with you since the beginning. What's it meant to have a player like Georgia and to be able to coach her for so many years? I think Georgia's upside is her latter days are going to be her better days. I just think that there's so much more room for her to learn and grow. And, watching her get to this point of a young 17-year-old coming into the United States all alone and finding her way the way she did and catapulting into Rookie of the Year at Buffalo, but having some issues as well and fighting through those issues and becoming the player that she is right now. She struggled today a lot, but I just think that her latter days will be her better days, and we'll help her through the process. We always stay with our kids. I always say to our players all the time, I'm a jerk for 4 or 5 years, but when you graduate is when I work. That's when I work. So every single one of my players that need me or don't need me, I still watch them and make certain they're going to be okay until the age of 25, and that's when the brain fully develop, and that's what I'm hoping I can be for Georgia. Just a person that watches her and see how she grows, and if she needs me, I just jump back in her life.
Go here on the right.
Noah Nussbaum, Daily Orange. Just kind of building off of that, Sophie, just probably your last game with Georgia as well. Just what have you taken away from your time playing with her?
I think Georgia is probably the most competitive person I've ever met. I mean, she'll fight you playing Monopoly. But I think it's just seeing her fight day in and day out through injury, through whatever she's going through, to be there and show up for our team. It's something that you don't get from a lot of players. So it's really inspiring to watch her fight for a team like that. And I think she's had an amazing career. But like Coach Jack said, I think she's on to bigger and better things. And I'm really excited to see where her career takes her.
Do we have anything else for Syracuse? Okay, thank you all.
Thank you. You can take that for that.